this a day of reckoning for Hollande?
Well, the whole Eurozone, I think, is facing the similar issues now. You've got similar things happening in Italy. There's a pushback against the austerity, and you've had a very weak economy. It's borderline deflationary with no economic growth. And the good news is you've got Draghi's strong comments from Jackson Hole on Friday and reiterated again on Monday. So I think you're going to have very accommodative central bank policies coming out of the ECB, but a lot of disharmony throughout the Eurozone on austerity versus government spending.
And those comments from Draghi, I mean, does that now signify we're going to see a real divergence between central banks in the world, particularly the US and Europe?
That's where we are now. Draghi's got a lot to do, a lot of catch-up to do. There's been quantitative easing in the UK and the United States now for several years. The ECB's really got to catch up with that. Eurozone's in no economic growth, and the weak euro is the way to facilitate that growth, and the ECB's behind the ball on that. And Draghi's comments, he's made a lot of comments that have worked quite well, but I think we'll need to see something concrete out of Draghi next week.
Now, stock markets have done well, Patrick, from this easy liquidity. S&P's done well. Is a pause on the way?
I think there is a pause. We've actually been shorting the S&P yesterday as it hit all-time highs. We're still bullish on equities with a one-year view, but I think there's going to be a bit of a pause here. We're getting into September now, and people will be reassessing how far we've come. I think Europe looks cheap for good reason. The S&P looks pretty fairly valued, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a pause here now.
In this environment, Patrick, what kind of companies are you bullish on?
Well, our top pick is probably Yahoo right now. It's the largest single weight in our portfolio, and that's on the Alibaba IPO. Yahoo's got a market cap of $37 billion. Alibaba is going to have a market cap of about $160 to $180 billion after its IPO, according to consensus. That puts Yahoo's Alibaba stake at about $40 billion. So their Alibaba stake's worth more than all of Yahoo right now. So I think Yahoo's good value trading into that Alibaba IPO.
And how important are yields in this sort of trading environment?
Yields, you need low yields. I think it is structurally, they're too low. There's technical factors pushing yields very low. Good reason maybe in Europe, United States at 2.3% with inflation starting to creep up again. I think you might see yields move higher in the next 12 months, but I don't see that happening short term.